So I got sent this German Koneko anime magazine, and what's cool about it is that it's very recent and up to date. It's talking about shows that literally just finished airing. I don't know what month this is from, July to August, I guess. So that's pretty cool. But I can't read it. It's all in German, so it's hard to really say much about it. However, um, I got this in the mail and I figured I'd make the most of it, and as I was flipping through, I saw, oh, this looks like a poster. Full page illustration directly in the center of the magazine. So if we break this binding here, turns out we've got posters for Bungo Stray Dogs, Boku no Hero Academia, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, and Assassination Classroom. Interestingly enough, all of them have what appear to be some kind of like Japanese idols or bands on them on the other side. So basically, whichever thing you're more into, be that anime or Japanese music, you get your choice of poster. Of course, I don't know what any of these bands are, so obviously I'm going to pick the anime posters. Pretty cool. Okay, so one of the problems with vlogging constantly using the same phone camera for everything is that it can only hold so much space. So I'm constantly transferring files to my computer, deleting them off the phone, and in the process, every once in a while, I end up deleting something from the phone, which I had not yet transferred to the computer, that I was just leaving on there because I wasn't done recording that video, such as mailbag clips. So, there's a few pieces of mail that I opened a few days ago, and I accidentally deleted the clip of me opening them. So, I'm going to try and find the letters that were written, and the stuff that I got. I know one of them had another Koneko magazine, that German magazine that I put the clip of me opening them and taking out the posters earlier in this video. I got a second one. The person had already removed the posters. I'm pretty sure that's where this one and that one came from. I've already hung them up. And the Koneko is up there. I think one of them just had a Japanese new type magazine and maybe something else inside of it. I went looking for the letters. I found this one, which had a comic page that the person had drawn about some kind of Jack the Ripper comic. I think this is one of the newer letters, and it's got a message on the back. It says, "Dear Digibro, hi there. My name is Vasconium, and I'm a 20-year-old half-American, half-Basque dude who currently lives in a town between the Spanish-French border in a region known as the Basque Country." I think it's pronounced Basque. Don't quote me on that. "I first stumbled upon your videos in passing when the Your Anime Sucks and the Asterisk War Sucks videos were featured on the front page of Our Anime. The first full video I saw of yours was your appearance on the Pizza Party podcast, which I hope you'll appear on again soon. I later watched your analysis on Gate, a show I also dislike for being nothing but JSDF propaganda. Then I watched some other videos of yours, and needless to say, I was hooked." So, just a quick comment on the Pizza Party podcast thing. I was invited on there by the dude Nolan, who seems to be a fan of mine and like my videos and stuff. I don't really know any of the other guys, and I feel kind of out of place on there because they mostly talk about like Western cartoons and stuff that I don't know anything about. I got to say a little bit about anime, but if they were going to cover a really anime-centric topic and needed me for that, then I might go on again. It's really interesting and strange the way that show is done, though, because, like, when I was on there, like, when we were recording, it really felt like everyone was kind of out of it. Like, everyone talked kind of slow, there was lots of gaps, and, like, just this sort of laid-back atmosphere. But after it came out, all the gaps had been removed, and it sounded like the whole thing might have been sped up a little bit. So, like, what you hear in the final product is, like, vastly more energetic than what it was actually like recording it. So that was interesting, and I do think it came out, like, better than it felt like it was going to when I was recording it. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd go on there again sometime, but it was an interesting experience. Because for my podcast, I don't edit them at all. Like, all the PCP podcasts, we really talk that much and that fast. Thanks to your videos, I've learned some significant stuff about anime. I feel a lot smarter now. It also led me to unsubscribe from our anime because A, it was the same old circle jerk about boobs and waifus all the time, and B, I watch cartoons more than I watch anime nowadays. In fact, the only anime I watched last spring was Uchu Patrol Luluko, and this kids show called Shonen Ashibe Go Go Goma-chan, which I found really cute and I definitely recommend seeing as and the ED is pretty cool too. Now for the gifts. Enclosed is the entire Kill La Kill manga in European Spanish. So yeah, he sent all 3 volumes of the Kill La Kill manga. I've stashed those away somewhere. I liked the show, but I wasn't quite fond of the manga, so I kept them stored in my closet, as I didn't have quite enough storage for them. Also because I didn't want my mom discovering Kill La Kill. Trying to explain Tonari no Seki-kun was already hard. When I discovered you had a P.O. box, I knew they'd be better off in your hands. It also gave me the opportunity to send some junk to my favorite YouTubers, as Stuart Ashens closed his a while ago. The books are wrapped in bags from the shop I bought them at. Give them free publicity, they're cool. Which was this Tinta Comics was the place that he is asking me to give them free publicity. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the books, keep up the good work, and good luck on founding Digitown in Guyana. I will gladly drink the Kool-Aid whenever the time comes. Yours truly, Vasconium. P.S. Follow me on Twitter, @Vasconium. So, yeah, he had sent 3 volumes of Kill La Kill manga. I agree the Kill La Kill manga is not that great, mostly because it just copies the anime, but so much of what makes Kill La Kill great as an anime is stuff that's, like, unique to anime. Like, the feeling of the animation, the feeling of the way the scenes are edited and directed is, like, the entirety of what makes that show so entertaining. Like, I think removing the touches that, you know, Imaishi and his team gave to the show really sucks the life out of it. And reading the manga where, like, they copied the images from the show, but without the pacing and the feeling of it, it's just not the same, even if the artwork's not that bad. So yeah, that guy sent those. I think the Kaneko magazine was actually completely unmarked, like the person didn't even say who they were. But I got one more thing that I thought was fucking awesome, so I really wanted to talk about this. The note says, "Hey Digibro, thanks for the many hours of entertainment and insight you've given me over the years. I appreciate your views, even if I don't always agree. Keep up the good work. From Steph C. This is an animation cell from the film Rojin Z. Enjoy. P.S. I've been a fan since the Digibrony days, and I've been a Patreon supporter for a while. I wanted to send this cell as an additional thanks for your work." So this is pretty fucking awesome. An actual animation cell. I've never owned one of these before. And it comes from the film Rojin Z, which is directed by Katsuhiro Otomo, who is the same guy who wrote the Akira manga, directed the Akira film, made the live-action Mushishi film, interestingly enough. Generally great guy, and Rojin Z is a really cool, very underappreciated film. I don't know, like, anyone who's seen it, but it's really fun. It's like a black comedy that's and like a social commentary film where the plot is that this lady is a caretaker for this old man whom she's obviously removing his pants in this particular cell, which is hilarious. And the old man ends up who can barely speak or think for himself, gets roped into this government program where they're trying to create these beds that will just completely take care of all of an old person's needs. But the funding for the project to build these beds is from the military, who are hoping to use them as some kind of war machine. And it just so happens that the bed, let's just say it has a mind of its own, without spoiling anything, and ends up going on a giant mecha rampage. And basically, everyone's trying to stop it for their own reasons. The military, because they want to recapture it. There's a bunch of activists who are trying to stop it. But the activists don't really care about the old man. They care about sending a message and being anti-government and stuff. This girl's the only one who actually gives a fuck about the old man and his safety. So it's really entertaining, fast-paced, and fun. I liked it a lot. So that's all the mail that I got in the video that I lost. Now I'm going to open up some stuff that I've gotten since then. First, a letter with no sender marked on it. So there's 3 numbered letters in here. Number 1. Hi, I think you're an okay guy, but there is one grave mistake you have made, not watching all of Gintama. As you might notice from the enclosed 3x3, number 2, I think it's pretty good. As such, I have taken on the burden of preaching the word of the masterpiece that is Gintama. Just watch it. I wanted to send something weird with this, but I couldn't think of anything, and I didn't want to spend money. So here's a picture from your favorite series. Anyways, watch Gintama. Sincerely, a concerned fan. I mean, I've watched 160 episodes. I think I'm doing okay. Just haven't, gotten back to it in a long time. So here's his 3x3, which appears to be all Gintama. And I mean, that makes sense. It's all Gintama, and then at the end is Grave of the Fireflies, which is absolutely the opposite in tone from Gintama. But I mean, it's fair to have Gintama as all of your favorite shows because Gintama kind of encapsulates every different kind of show there is. I mean, it can be any genre. Look at all the different emotions captured here. By the way, anyone who watched the Otakon vlogs, this is who Trevor was cosplaying, was the Zura version of Katsura. So, obviously, this is an amazing 3x3. I don't really care for Grave of the Fireflies that much. It's a very sad movie and all, but, of course, the picture from my favorite is Sword Art Online. What the fuck is happening here? It looks like Kirito has thrown Asuna's underwear all over himself, and she's screaming. I hope this is from the official manga. Look at his fucking face. Look at how satisfied he is with himself. Look at how terrified she is. That's pretty good. 10 out of 10. Alright, let's move on to the next message. This one's from Cleveland, Ohio. Also doesn't have a return address, but it does have this picture of me, current me, with old me looking on from the side. Alright, here we have a letter written on graph paper, so hopefully... Oh, there's some drawings on it. Looks like a guy coming out of a girl's head. Anyway. Yo, Digi, real big fan here. I found you shortly before the beginning of 2016. I think it was then that 1 hour SAO video. But yeah, I ended up following you in some of your vids. Some of your vids taught me a few things about how to make some of my writing better. Mr. Enter helped me too. The both of you are similar in some ways. If you don't know him, you should check him out. I do know Mr. Enter. I've never been a fan of his. We both come from the old Pony days. We were both covering the show at the same time. We clashed heads about a couple episodes, I think. Your vlog the other day about only really being able to do what you truly love got me thinking. I've been given interest in drawing and music and writing, and the story I'm working on just has to have all three in it. It's like the best and only way to make it work. I also kind of want to be a YouTuber. I'm working on a video about why Boku no Hero Academia is amazing, but I have a few problems. In all their things I'm doing, it feels like I'm not working on them fast enough or often enough. I'm kinda always spending my time just consuming things, which I'm sure has no ability to contribute to the things I want to do. Any advice? Story most likely to be released as comic book or manga with OSTs. I should send you a flash drive with some of my story stuff on it. There's no way you wouldn't love it. Turn over. Drawings of the two MCs of my story. Look familiar? He should. Hint, kills demons with guns. Kills demons with guns? Who kills demons with guns and would look familiar to me? I'm not sure. She was originally going to be much more unique, designed to look more beautiful instead of cute or pretty. I hope I can get one where she's all three. Oh sure, you think she looks all cute like Yui or Urakawa now, but let me tell you that in a world where demon powers act like STDs and change properties on transfer, you'd best not make her mad, because there'll be nothing left of you after she was the most powerful revolver pistol in the world, as well as the this face given to her by the berserker here. So I'm guessing that this dude fucked this girl, and now they both have superpower STDs? That does sound pretty amazing. So anyway, as for the advice on doing shit, do shit. You always have to do it faster than you're currently doing it. You're never doing it fast enough. You need to be working faster and harder than ever before. Anytime you don't spend working is time you should spend feeling ashamed of yourself for not working. Kind of joking, kind of not. I always feel ashamed of myself anytime I'm not doing something, but I also find ways for everything I do to contribute to my work. These vlogs are a great way to allow me to do something like watch a whole anime series, and even if I don't necessarily think I'm going to find something to say about it, I can make a vlog about it and just eke something out of there. And everything is good practice. Anything you're doing that could possibly help your work is worth doing. Obviously, there's some things you could be doing that would probably do more, but like, every time I watch an anime, it gives me more perspective on what to say about anime. You know, like my Turn Your Brain Off video that I just made, which has been pretty successful, was made entirely because I just happened to watch Heavy Object and High School Fleet back to back. And one of them, I couldn't effectively turn my brain off. The other one, I just had a good time. And I went like, oh, the difference between these two is exactly the difference between, what shows are successful at being fun and what shows aren't. So, yeah, that helped. So, not everything you do has to necessarily be immediately in service of, like, I'm writing something. But you should definitely be putting as much time and effort into writing as you possibly can, and follow the ethos that anytime you're not working is time you should be working. Like, if you catch yourself sitting around, get up. Do something to change your mind. What happens to me a lot is I'll get lazy and I'll be sitting around watching YouTube videos and not want to do anything, and then I have to like force myself to get up. And how I'll usually do that is to put on some really hype-ass music or something, like throw on some Anamanaguchi or some Death Grips, and like just try to get myself in a different mind state, Try to start thinking faster. Get up and do some fucking jumping jacks or something. Whatever jump starts your brain. Alright, moving on to some more packages. This one comes from someone who named themselves Mozilla Fennekin. I'm guessing that's not a real name. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. Starting with a letter. Hey, Digi! I hope you're reading this last. Oh, well, I guess I better save that for after I look at the stuff. Okay, this looks like a poster. I gotta figure out how to open it. Oh my... It's the Asterisk War. An actual Asterisk War poster. A real, legit one. Where the fuck did you get this? The character designs look off. They're from the manga, that's why. It's a manga poster from, it's an American manga poster, too, because it's from Yen Press. Oh, no, it says the illustrations by Okiura, so this must be for the light novels. But I guess the designs don't quite look like this in the anime. As you can see, they have much longer faces. In other words, they look more distinct and unique before A1 Pictures got their hands on them. Hardly surprising there. Next, we have a 3x3 of Pokemon, it looks like. Let's see, can I even name all of these? We've got Lucario, Umbreon, Totodile, Snivy, I think is that one? That fucking dog thing with the emo hair. What the fuck? This thing looks like a Digimon. I don't know what the fuck this is. That one. And Blaziken doing like a Hiroyuki Imaishi, like Inazuma kick type thing. And whatever this thing is. So, pretty fun pictures here of these guys. Then we've got an Otaku USA with Sword Art Online 2 on the cover. I think I might have already gotten this one in a previous package. And the One Piece Film Z Otaku USA. Alright, now let's read through this letter. I hope you're reading this last. Also, in before my handwriting is too small and the way I write lowercase r's is retarded. Well, the way you write lowercase r's is pretty bizarre, but your handwriting is easier than a lot of the ones I've read. I've been a fan of your channel for about 2 years, which is also about how long I've been into anime. Thanks a lot for all that you do. You're an awesome guy who can put out some really informative and insightful pieces and also be a ton of fun to watch. As dumb as it might sound, I hope to be someone like you one day. I don't have much to say, so I'll get right to the gifts. I spent way too long sending these, so I apologize in advance if someone's already done this. Back when I started getting into anime, I bought an issue of Otaku USA a couple times. In hindsight, it was kind of a waste because I never really read them, but I'm glad I've kept them lying around instead of throwing them out. Also, it's kind of funny that one of them is for SAO2. Not only is it your favorite anime ever, but your review of it is how I actually found your channel, so it's like poetry. It rhymes. You're probably thinking, why the fuck did this guy send a Pokemon 3x3? Well, if I showed you my anime 3x3, I'd probably look like an even bigger idiot. My favorites are changing all the time because I haven't seen much, and the ones that don't change have some lengthy context. But I thought it would still be fun to join the mail-in 3x3 trend anyways, so I figured, why not? And he wrote why not like the way the Pokemon Why Not's name is spelled. And the best gift of them all, the Ass War poster. Not much to say. I just want to see how you'll react to that and what you may or may not do to it. I was at Barnes & Noble to get some manga, and they were giving these things out for free. That's all I have. Thanks again, and have a great day. Also, shouts out to the entire PCP crew. I can't get enough of them. Much love to ya, Mozilla Fennekin. I'd draw the PCP here if I knew how. Well, thank you. I will absolutely cherish the Asterisk War poster. Maybe put it up on this wall where I've got some free space. I've kind of just been filling this wall with the mail-in posters so far. Because previously I had a Gunslinger Girl wall scroll up there, which I've never really liked that much. That poster's not very good, and I think Gunslinger Girl is slightly overrepresented in my room, because I have another wall scroll, the one with Henrietta firing the SMG. So, yeah, I just took down the other one, and I'm slowly filling up this wall with new posters. So, yeah, maybe I'll put it up there. It'd be nice. I mean, I've got the SAO one, and I haven't put up the other Ass War one I got yet, the one with the fan servicey one, but I have to find somewhere I want to put that one. Alright, this next package comes from there's like a sticker over your name. Jeffrey in MN, is that Montana or Minnesota? I have no idea. I think Montana's MO, so it's probably Minnesota. Or maybe another state that I'm not thinking of. Oh my god, there's a whole ton of little stuff in here. Alright, big written letter on pink paper. Hey ya, Digi bro, been a fan of yours ever since your Why Good Anime is Hard to Make video. I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for making such interesting and insightful and sometimes funny videos. I particularly liked your light novel trends, Psycho-Pass vs. Psycho-Pass 2, and 10 best things happening in anime this decade videos. I also like how your Digibro After Dark channel is more active now. Really enjoyed your anime shit now, thoughts on ReZero, and anime snob video. Your videos have helped me think differently about anime and come to appreciate it more as a medium. I'm really excited with the upcoming directional changes in your channel and wish you the best of luck. Also, thank you so much for not completely shitting on Oreimo. Like you said, it's a flawed show with heart, and the heart part is what I liked about the show. Unfortunately, my friends just give me dog shit for it. It's nice to know that you view it as more than some incest light novel trash and can appreciate the show to some degree. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I will say that you should all be ready because Best Guy Ever hates that show with a burning passion, and he's planning to make that, I think, his first worst anime ever video. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's going to happen at some point. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought Oreimo had a lot going for it at the time it started. I think it went... I don't know about the direction it took in Season 2 and the later books and everything. Like, I felt like at first it seemed like it was deliberately trying not to just be the same thing as other light novels, and then it kind of felt like it decided to then be that, but... who knows? I also have some recommendations for you. I definitely think you should check out the new Makoto Shinkai movie. It has a more refreshing and lively feel to it compared to his other films. The directing and animation is also much better, and the plot goes on a unique direction, which I found very refreshing and satisfying. Well, maybe I'll give it a look. I mean, I'd love to watch all of his films in a row, and like, if this one's good, then to praise that one. But I'd also kind of love to shit on all his other movies, because I feel like Shinkai has continually gotten like a free pass because of the fact that his movies are very emotional, and when he first started he was doing them all by himself, so it was really impressive, but over time I've come to really feel like he grates on me, and it would be fun to sort of rag on him. But if he made a good movie, then that'd be nice. Second, check out an ONA called There She Is. It's about a rabbit falling in love with a cat in a society that looks down upon interspecies relationships. Very short and cute. Yeah, I know about that one because Goat Jesus did like a whole video about it, so I've seen his video, but I haven't actually watched the thing yet. Third, check out the Making of Kill La Kill, Little Witch Academia / Enchanted Parade videos on YouTube. Very insightful and makes you want to root for Trigger more. I will definitely check those out. I don't want to say this because then it has a chance of not happening. I definitely want to say a lot of things about Hiroyuki Imaishi in the future, and that will help me a lot. Definitely go to Anime Expo. My first anime con was at a local one in Minneapolis with only dubbed guests, and it sucked dick. Last year I went to AX and my mind was completely blown. This year I made sure to go again, and I got to meet and get autographs from the character designer of Kisniver. Character design is the only memorable part of Kisniver. And the author of Sakamoto desu ga, You Jelly, and then there's that same exact face that the last guy sent. That face right there. Anyways, AX is definitely the place to be if you want to meet awesome Japanese guests. Lastly, I am super psyched of the new Zaregoto anime, and I'm wondering about your thoughts on it, if you read the novels. Sorry for the long letter, and hope you like the miscellaneous gifts, and don't think my anime taste is boring. Oh yeah, on the Line app, there's a set of Shirobako-themed stickers, and they're adorable. Check it out. What the hell is the Line app? I have no idea what that is. From Jeff in MN. His mal is Regiick, if you're remotely interested. Yeah, I'd love to go to AX. Zaregoto anime, I have no idea how they're going to do that. I don't know how the fuck they can make that interesting. I guess if they do it just like Bakemonogatari, it could work. But the Zaregoto novel is like all dialogue. Like the whole thing is just a bunch of long, winding conversations between weird-ass characters. Which I guess is what Bakemonogatari is. So if they do it just like Monogatari, it'll probably work. But Zaregoto's fucking weird. I also don't know how they'll handle the arc structure of it, because it has more like time skips and stuff, and just a weird structure altogether. But I never finished book 2. I've only read the first book, and it's a bit of a head fuck. So anyway, here's your 3x3. And by the way, see, the irony of everyone sending me their 3x3s is that no one is ever going to send me a boring 3x3. It's not going to happen. Because the whole point of that video was to suggest that people who have boring 3x3s are not actually representing their real taste. They're representing what they think will make them look smart and cool. That kind of person is not going to send a 3x3 for approval from me. Because, like, it's not, like, no one actually has boring taste. Like, it's so rare. It's like what I was talking about was not like a real thing. But the reason I brought it up and the reason I singled out Anime Every Day in that is because I feel like people like him have this perspective that like anime is supposed to be this certain type of like high art, interesting, intellectual thing. And then their taste is just basically whatever is like a high art intellectual thing. Not to say they necessarily don't like legitimately love those things. I just think that's boring, personally. This 3x3 doesn't look like it has that kind of boring taste at all. It's got Bakemonogatari, that new Shinkai film, Shirobako, Psycho-Pass, Birdie the Mighty, Spice and Wolf, Hyoka, Humanity Has Declined, and Summer Wars. Glad to see other Summer Wars fans out there. I should talk about that film at some length, because that's by far my favorite Mamoru Hosoda film. I'm not really that big a fan of his other stuff. I thought Wolf Children was Haven't seen The Boy and the Beast. I thought The Girl Who Leapt Through Time was good, but I wasn't that into it. I do really like his One Piece film, but Summer Wars is fucking great. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's by far his best film. I don't understand how anyone doesn't like it or thinks the other films are better. But yeah, I also really like Humanity Has Declined and Psycho-Pass and this and that one and that one. Haven't seen season 2 of Birdie. A lot of people seem to be talking about how much they like Birdie lately, so like I'm getting a lot of messages about that, I feel like. Alright, so let's look at all this stuff they sent. We've got a, I'm guessing this is 2 cards. One of Psycho-Pass of good old Kogami, and on the back, fucking Kanbaru looking adorable as shit. I fucking love her. She is definitely one of my top waifu tier characters. Then we've got... Oh, okay. The Psychopass is the sleeve that the cards are in. So he's got these cards inside of Psychopass sleeves. This one's got two cards. One of... Is that Tsukihi or who the fuck? Oh, it's Karen. Karen making a tilty face, and Ononoki looking pretty cute. Was there another character in that last one? Let's find out. Yep, there's a Sengoku Nadeko in that one. See, this is the thing about Monogatari stuff. There's just so much of it. Like, anything you want, there is a Monogatari version of it. And this is actually, at first I thought it was Nadeko again, but it's Hanekawa wearing Nadeko's hat. That's fucking hot. Something about that's really attractive. And there's her, there's her looking normal. So, yeah, like, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I've actually banned myself from buying Monogatari stuff, which I failed at Otakon and bought this Mayoi and Shinobu poster because it was cheap. But I love the fucking, character designs so much. What the fuck is this? It's a summon ticket. It says summon one diver at 18summon.gamesamba.com, and there's a key on it. I have no fucking idea what that is. This is... Huh. Is this real? This appears to be a film reel from Howl's Moving Castle. Like a snippet of film reel. Huh. That's really interesting. I have no idea where this comes from, but that's pretty fucking cool. Then we have a One Punch Man free digital download for Volume 1 with the code on the back. I assume you haven't used these codes and that I could use them. I could just show them to the camera because I don't know how badly I want. Like, I mean, I can just read this online somewhere on Kiss Manga or something. But, yeah, fuck it. You want this code? You can have it. Go ahead and take that code. And while you're at it, I don't know if I want to give this code away because I don't know what it's for yet. So I kind of want to find that out. Oh, here's another code thing. This one is for Volume 1 of Ajin Demi-Human. I guess I'll use this one myself because I haven't read that yet. Oh, and lastly, for Volume 1 of Your Lie in April. These are all for Comixology, by the way. Do I want to give this one away or do I want it for myself? I'll keep that one for myself in the event that I, for some reason, decide to read Your Lie in April. And then in this blue packing tape, we have like a... Ooh. Oh. Hello. Very sexy looking short-haired Senjo Gahara. Interesting facial expression for her. She kind of looks like Nadeko in the face here. But yeah, that's pretty hot. I'll put that up somewhere on a hot wall. Alright, moving on to the last package. This one feels like a couple of heavy books. Oh, I almost didn't see this pen. This looks like some kind of Shonen Jump pen or One Piece. It's got Luffy, Zoro. Yeah, I guess it's all One Piece characters. So a cool little One Piece pen. That's also a keychain with Chopper on it. Neat. I love pens, so that's welcome. Alright, this last package comes from the UK. It feels like it's a bunch of boxes. It doesn't have a name on it. Let's see what's in here. Some big-ass books. And there's a letter. I don't know how to pronounce this name, so I'm going to try my best. What's up, Digi? Zachario here, and I'm your somewhat average fan who enjoy your content. You may know me, that guy who banters around your subreddit every once in a while. Ever since you started uploading your blog videos quite often, at the start, I honestly believe you were losing your mind. But no, it's just Digibro trying to explore new stuff, sharing his thoughts and seeing what works. And I can say with confidence that Digi After Dark videos are definitely worth watching, regardless of how random your blogs can be. Over time, your videos are becoming some sort of podcast where I leave your videos playing in the background as I play games or read stuff online. And eventually, I started to enjoy your blogs more than what your main channel has to offer. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with your main channel's videos, I just enjoy listening to people for long periods of time. That aside, what did I send you? Well, I sent you 2 Neo magazines, which is a magazine feature stuff about the latest stuff from Japan for readers in the UK and Ireland. There's also a complimentary book about a guide to shoujo art, and before you ask, I didn't buy this. My mother bought me this book out of nowhere a few years ago, knowing I like anime and manga, but little does she know, as she handed me this book, shoujo is a genre manga aimed at teenage girls, which I'm not. I've also sent you a 3x3 anime grid, and you're probably thinking this guy has no taste in anime whatsoever. But here's the plot twist. This is not my 3x3 favorite anime grid. This is my 3x3 worst anime I've ever seen anime grid, which is a trend I'm trying to start, unless someone else started it already. And while you're reading this, I'd like to ask the whole comment section of this video to share your own 3x3 anime grid of the worst anime you've seen, because why not? Take it easy, Digi, from Zachario. P.S. What did you think of ReZero? Yes, this is one of your references now. Unfortunately, it is. Alright, well, this is pretty straightforward. We've got Big Order, Pupa. I've never seen any of Pupa. All I've heard is negative stuff about it. Sword Art Online 2. What is that? Oh, that's someone with a girl, the transforming boy-girl. I don't remember what it's called. I know a lot of people brag on it, though. What's this one in the middle? I don't know. It looks like a light novel, so... this one is Freezing. Then we've got Mahoka Koko no Retose, Roka no Yusha, and Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight. You know, I feel bad about Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, because, like, the anime's not good. The manga's not great. I read the manga back when I was a kid because I was really into Dot Hack, and I remember watching the anime and being let down that it was less good than the manga because it kind of just like condensed the story and had all this obnoxious shit where like the main characters would yell each other's names fucking constantly. But I will say that what the show is going for is one of my favorite anime soundtracks. Both Dot Hack Sign and Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight have 2 of my favorite soundtracks of all time. The original shows was Yuki Kajiura. This one is by, I believe, Yoshino Yuji, who is extremely underrated. He also did the Spice and Wolf soundtrack, which is one of my favorites as well. One day I'll probably rewatch Legend of the Twilight just for that reason. So here we have a couple Neo magazines. One with Summer Wars on the cover, which, as I just discussed, is one of my favorite movies. Fucking great. Then we've got a Neo with fucking K-On! On the cover. K-On! The movie, it looks like. Obviously one of my favorite movies and favorite things in the universe, K-On! And then we've got a Shoujo Art Studio video book. This actually looks pretty cool, this girl on the cover. She does not look particularly shoujo, but she looks really cool. Usually these have some kind of garish fucking characters on them. Like this, which looks like some kind of weird, shitty attempt at making Eva characters. This thing seems to, like, bounce back and forth between unbelievably shit art and occasional okay drawings, like the cover. Mostly shit. This does not even look like shoujo at all. Like, these are just generic anime characters. This is not what shoujo manga looks like. When I think shoujo manga, I think, like, huge glossy eyes and, like, lots of makeup drawing and shit and big hair. Like, this picture, this looks more like shoujo. This stuff over here, this is nothing. This is nonsense. Very odd. Odd book. Cool cover, though. I like this girl. And that's it. That's it for this episode of the mailbag. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting all this stuff. I'm going to have to clean up all this mess. I'll see you in the next one.